morning. Crystal here from Homemaking on the Homestead. And I'm sitting out under my favorite apple tree and having a nice cup of coffee. It's my second cup for the morning. I got up super early, so I definitely needed another cup of coffee, but I decided to come outside and do the video because it's a pleasant day, although the humidity level is a little higher than I like, but it seems to be the story of this summer for us. The sky is kind of hazy this morning, although we do get to see some sun. It's kind of filtered. We have forest fires going on all around us. We have them to the east, we have them to the north, we have them to the west. None of them are close enough to be a danger to us, but we do end up getting a whole lot of smoke from them. The last few days have certainly been a lot worse, and so it's supposed to be getting better. There's hope. And hopefully we'll get rain soon. That would be really nice, although I don't see any in the forecast, but we can keep praying for it. The summer days keep marching along here, and we are middle of August now as I'm filming this video, and I am desperate to see just any little bit of a sign of fall. I know it's kind of early. I'm probably just being overly hopeful, right? But we have a lot of walnut trees on our property, and we have been seeing the walnuts start dropping. That's usually the sign that they're ready for harvesting, is, they start dropping from the trees. Usually that doesn't happen until way into September. So I'm kind of surprised in some way because it seems so early, but in other ways I'm not, because it got hot so early here and earlier than normal. So I guess everything is just ahead of schedule. And I've actually started seeing some of the leaves on the ground, dead leaves that have fallen from the trees. So, and the nights, obviously the days are starting to get a little bit shorter, and some of the nights have been cool. We actually had one night we could open the windows and sleep without any air conditioning on, because it was definitely nice, and that was so nice. So I'm looking forward to that. So my big question for you guys is, do you have any signs of fall at all? And if you don't, when do you usually start seeing fall or any typical signs of fall? We have been out of town for the last few days. Basically, about once a month, we take a trip to see my mother-in-law and her husband. They live about 5 hours away from us, and typically in the past we would see them 3 or 4 times a year. Sadly to say, and I've been hesitant to say a lot because I like to keep my family's privacy, respect that, but that is one of the issues of life, I think, that maybe other people too have dealt with. But my mother-in-law has dementia, and we have decided to just make going and seeing her a more regular part of our life. With my husband retired, of course, we can do that, and so we have just been making a point to go and spend time with her. She still does all the things to a degree that she used to do. She, is outside, and she will mow the grass, and she's actually really healthy and strong. She's 85, and her strength and abilities to do things has not changed much at all. Mostly it's just what she deals with mentally from the dementia. I think the hardest thing for my husband and for me, she's been a part of my life for 40 years now, and so the hardest thing to see is to watch this happen. It's kind of heartbreaking. The woman who used to be able to cook and do all kinds of things and have fun conversations is now not able to do that, and her sense of reality isn't accurate, to put it mildly, I guess. But And there's really nothing, it's not like we can step in and do anything. She doesn't need care full time. My father-in-law does an amazing job of you know, keeping her active, keeping her busy, taking her out, doing things with her. And so they don't, it's not like they need help, but you know, my husband and I were just talking about, well, what is the best way to support them and her, and we just decided, you know, we just need to spend more time with her. Love, you know, what can be wrong with giving somebody extra love and extra attention? And it really does seem to make a difference. We leave and she's laughing and smiling, and she seems to have thoroughly enjoyed our visits. So for us, our little monthly getaway, we go for about 3 days, and it's definitely been a benefit. If you deal with a parent or a loved one with dementia, or you have dealt with that, I would very much love to hear from you. Any tips, any advice, any thoughts. I would just like to hear from somebody who maybe has already walked this journey. While we take these trips, we have also taken time out to just explore the area. What's funny is my in-laws have lived in the same home for probably 30 years, and we have regularly visited them over the last 30 years. Back when the kids were young, we would take all the kids up there and just spent many hours and days of our lives with them up there, but we never went out and explored the surrounding area. We always basically stayed at their home. Now that my husband's retired and we are up there more frequently, we decided every time we go up to find new areas and new things to explore, just for the fun of it. The area that they live in is on a bay that's near the Puget Sound area, up by in the Olympic Peninsula. So they're not near Seattle. You would have to take a ferry to get over to Seattle, or a big long drive. And so we've enjoyed going down to the bay. And it's a very big boating community, and so there have been lots of sailboats to watch and lots of ferries that come in and out of the harbor. And so we've just really enjoyed that. We took a side trip this time to a little town not far away, and went to see I guess it's famous, John Wayne Marina. So this was an area that apparently John Wayne, the actor, loved to come to. And he would come on his yacht, and he had a vision that he wanted to see a marina there so that other people in the future could enjoy this area. After he died, his family donated their land that they had there and turned it into a marina where people can come. And so we went and checked it out, and it was very nice. We really enjoyed seeing it. It was very smoky, though. Again, the forest fires. There were forest fires, I guess, burning in British Columbia, so we were experiencing a lot of the smoke from that, at least on the day we did this little trip. Our youngest son that was staying with us for a very short period of time is now moved a couple hours away from us, and he's kind of en route to going up to see my in-laws, and so we took a few hours out of our drive to stop and spend some time with him. So that was fun. I enjoyed seeing him quite a bit. So today's Coffee with Crystal isn't too exciting. I guess I just felt like coming out and saying hi and chatting and seeing if you guys see any fall or any hope and glimmer of fall to come, and just kind of update you on life. And my goal is always to get a video out every 4 days, so I thought, well, I'll come and chat with you. I have a lot of video plans for the upcoming few weeks, and now since getting back, I'm trying to just get myself back into the groove again so I can get working on these videos and catch up with laundry and get some housekeeping done. I've wanted to do what's for dinner type videos, and the biggest problem I'm having is that we have just simply been grilling out a whole lot of our meals this summer. So it's either chicken or fish or brats or something like that, and I've just been keeping meals super simple, trying not to heat up the house too much. So there really hasn't been anything all that exciting to share with you. I've done a few recipes and shared those, but I'm looking, that's the one thing about fall, is I'm looking forward to getting back into cooking again, and the soups and the stews and the Dutch oven dinners and things like that. I miss that. So mealtime, what kind of things do you cook for summer mealtime? What does your summer menus typically look like? The other thing I'm fighting is a terrible lack of creativity, and maybe it's because of the heat in summer, and if I do think of something, my husband's usually like, oh, I'll just grill some salmon patties or something like that. And it's like, okay, that's simpler anyway. I'll just let him do his thing. So I'm trying to come up with some ideas as fall time is coming soon. Well, get more creative again and get some good meals going. I'd love to hear what kind of food do you eat? What kind of meals do you eat when summertime is here? Or does your cooking change at all? I've had people tell me we eat the same thing. We eat soups, we eat casseroles. We do the same thing whether it's 100 degrees out or it's the middle of winter. All right, you guys. I feel like I've probably rambled on enough here, and I have housework to do and laundry to keep finishing up on, but I just wanted to come out and have a cup of coffee with you and get kind of back into the groove again on my videos and just catch up and see how you all are doing. So I hope everything is good in your days and your life, and I will see you all again next time. Alrighty, bye-bye.